Hey there, this is Veena from Patty, the channel that's about baking and much more. A warm welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make a super tasty Goan recipe, Prawn Rissois, that's made by Goans till today, just like it's made in Portugal, the place from where this recipe came to them. Called Rissois the camarao in Portuguese, where Rissois means patties or rissoles and camarao means prawns or shrimp. These are delicious turnovers with a prawn filling. Prawn rissois are as popular in Lisbon and other parts of Portugal as they are across Goa, where they are made as appetizers and also as a side dish. So without wasting any time, let's start making prawn rissois or shrimp rissoles right away at Patty. We'll start with the prawn filling. These are 25 cleaned, deveined and washed prawns that measure half a cup. I'll first chop these finely. Here are the chopped prawns. Let's mix these with half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of ground pepper. And then let them marinate for around 20 minutes. Next, in a pan, let's heat 1 tablespoon of oil on medium heat. To it, I'll add 3 finely chopped green chillies and 1 finely chopped medium-size onion. Let's saute the chopped onion till it softens and just begins to brown. After that, let's add in 3 cloves of garlic that I've crushed and mix this well with the onions. Now let's add the marinated prawn mix and saute this for around a couple of minutes or till the chopped prawns are almost cooked. Don't over-fry the prawns. Let's transfer this prawn mix to a bowl and in the same pan, melt 2 teaspoons of salted butter. We'll now prepare a roux by cooking 1.5 tablespoons of all-purpose flour or maida along with the butter. A roux is used as a thickener for preparing different kinds of sauces. To prepare a white sauce like we'll be doing today, we'll have to add in some milk after the roux just starts changing color. I'll now add in half a cup of milk. Let's reduce the heat to low and stir this well till all the lumps have broken and we have a smooth sauce. Like this. Now let's flavor it with a 1/4 teaspoon of grated nutmeg. It's time to now mix the prawn mixture with the white sauce. After around a minute, we'll add half a teaspoon of salt to the mixture and then add in 2 tablespoons of grated cheese to make the rissois filling more creamy. I'm using grated processed cheese, but instead of grated cheese, you could also use 2 cheese slices chopped into smaller pieces. Finally, we'll stir in 2 tablespoons of chopped coriander. Now let's taste the filling. It's perfect and doesn't need any extra seasonings. Our filling is now ready. I've transferred it to a bowl. After letting it cool completely, I'll cover it and then keep it in the fridge for around half an hour. Next, let's move on to preparing the dough for the outer covering. This will be a kind of cooked dough. To this non-stick vessel that is heating on a medium flame, I'll add half a cup of milk and half a cup of water, followed by 1.5 tablespoons of butter and half a teaspoon of salt. Let's stir this till the butter melts and the mix comes to a boil. Now we'll stir in 1 cup of all-purpose flour or maida. We'll stir the mix till it leaves the sides of the vessel and comes together to form a soft ball of dough. We'll cook the dough for a few seconds more and then turn off the heat. Let's transfer the hot dough to a clean work surface. After letting it cool for a couple of minutes, we'll start kneading it. It's too hot still. So to start with, I'll work it for a while with the same wooden spoon I was using earlier. Now that it's not too hot to handle, I'll knead it well by hand for around 2 to 3 minutes till it is smooth and free from lumps. Let's divide the dough into 3 parts. I'll transfer 2 parts to the vessel in which I had cooked the dough and then cover the vessel so the dough will continue to stay warm, because if it cools down completely, it will be difficult to roll it out and also to shape it. I'll dust my work surface with a little maida and then roll out this first ball of dough. We have to roll it as thinly as possible and with even pressure. I'm using a glass of around 2.5 inches diameter to cut out discs from the dough. I'm cutting out smaller discs because I'm going to make smaller appetizer size rissoles. To make larger ones, you'll have to use a larger cutter or a larger glass with a diameter of around 3.5 inches. I'll re-roll these scraps later to cut out more discs. But first, let's shape turnovers from these discs by placing around a teaspoon of filling on each of them. Let's fold each disc over to form a half moon shape and carefully press the curved edges together. We have to see that the rissoles have a broad enough flat edge all around because they puff up when they are being deep fried and we don't want the sealed edges to burst open. I'll continue rolling out the remaining dough and shaping the rest of the rissoles. Remember to keep the shaped ones covered to prevent them from drying out. I've finished shaping all the rissoles. We now have to coat them with beaten egg and breadcrumbs. To this egg, let's add 1 tablespoon of water. Thinning the egg helps it coat the turnovers more easily. Here I have around half a cup of breadcrumbs. We'll dip the rissoles in the egg first and then coat them with these. Let's see how this has to be done. Let's coat another one. The turnovers are delicate, so you have to handle them carefully. Here are all our coated rissoles. I'll now start deep frying them. The oil in this vessel is heating up on medium heat. Let's check if it's hot enough. The tiny bit of dough has risen to the top right away, indicating the oil is at the right temperature. Let's gently transfer some turnovers into the hot oil, taking care not to overcrowd the vessel. After around 3 minutes, the rissoles have puffed up well and fried to a nice golden brown. So let's remove them to a wire rack lined with an absorbent paper towel. Let's fry the next batch. Here are some of the prawn turnovers we just fried. Let me now cut one of them open. Looks so tempting, doesn't it? Mouth-watering Goan Prawn Rissois with their delicious creamy filling and melt-in-the-mouth taste are truly irresistible. What's more, they can also be made in advance and kept frozen till you're ready to fry and enjoy them. Now go ahead and give this recipe a shot. And don't forget to share the link with others and give me a thumbs up and some feedback. Till we meet again, happy cooking!